All right, gang, check it out. Check it out as promised. And I got all the freaking technical shit worked out. I got 4/5 of the guys from Alive at Last on the phone with us. Guys, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Good, man. Good.
Awesome. Why don't you guys take a second, introduce yourselves, tell us what you do in the band.
All right, I'm Elijah. I play guitar. I'm Joe. Most people know me as Haircut, though. I play guitar and sing. My name's Kyle, and I play the bass guitar. I'm Tim, and I am the vocalist of the band.
Awesome, guys.
And then Ernie, who's not here, is our drummer.
Cool. So, give us a little history on the band, guys. How long you been around? When did you first meet? When did it all begin?
We've been a band for only a little over a year now. We actually met. This is actually how I got my nickname Haircut. I met Kim at Sports Clips one day. Shout out to Sports Clips. But yeah, we met at Sports Clips. I knew Ernie from high school. I knew Elijah from previous encounters, I guess. And Tim and Kyle went to high school together too. So I introduced them to Ernie, and from there we just kind of started forming the band. And how me and Tim met, because we went to high school together, but we never really talked. He works at this grocery store, it's like a local Chicago grocery store, and I was walking in there because I had a can full of change that I was going to cash in. And I did. I'm walking out, and I saw Tim. He was kind of eyeing me up, and I was like, I think that he knows that I'm a musician. And he came over to me, and he's like, hey, man, you're a musician? I was like, yep, I knew it. And then I was like, yeah, I'm a bassist. He's like, don't worry, we need a bassist. And he's talking about his band, and it was pretty much just band. So he kind of needed every member, but yeah, that's how we met. And I contemplated it. At first, I didn't want to join the band, and then I just did.
Cool, man, cool. So the name of the group, man, Live at Last, how did you guys decide on that?
Sitting around in Ernie's room one day, just trying to, think of something, spit all our names here and there, thinking of words that sounded cool together. And, Kyle just kind of threw out Alive at Last, and we're like, hey, that's pretty cool. I mean, from there, we kind of agreed on that.
Cool, guys, cool. So, I guess songwriting, man. Would you guys say it's a group effort? Is it a one-person effort? How do you guys go about writing your tunes?
It's definitely a group effort, I'd say. Ernie will lay down some drum tracks, or Elijah and I will play some guitar. Kyle will come up with a bass line. Tim will come up with some vocals. We'll all just kind of merge together and try to figure out what sounds good together and what pieces we want. And from there, it usually sounds pretty good.
Cool. How would you guys describe your sound to people?
Actually, each member of the band kind of has their own specific, favorite type of music. And for Ernie, it was, the harder stuff. For Mel, he liked more of the deathcore, and same with Elijah. And then me, Joe, and Tim, we kind of were more fans of the metalcore side of things, so we kind of met in the middle and did a little bit of both. And I'd say that's kind of how our sound formed, because we are mostly screaming vocals, which is 70% of our songs, and we have the cleans in there, but I'd say it's more like a, August Burns Red kind of thing. Not I don't know. But I'd say that's kind of how we got our sound.
Cool, guys, cool. So, you've been together a little over a year, guys. You play a lot of live shows?
Yeah, we've been kind of really pushing forward lately, trying to play as many shows as we can, just get out there as much as possible.
Cool. What would you guys say are the best and the worst things about the live gigs, man?
If there's no crowd, it kind of sucks, and nobody's moving. But I mean,
That's great. I'll look at the drummer coming in. Oh yeah, our drummer's calling in right now.
Cool.
Can we have him?
Yeah.
Up there and that's. He's gonna call Tim actually. But yeah, no. When people aren't really moving too much in the crowd, it's pretty bad. Just because we really want to see the energy like in the crowd, because that means you're doing something right. And then too, like sometimes if sound guys off a little bit, it's a little frustrating. Yeah, it's a little frustrating. So you can find a way to push past that. So fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Best thing though is like when you have a nice crowd that's out there. Even just playing live is a great feeling. I love it not on stage.
Cool, guys. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, usually the answer I get about the worst thing about the live gigs are the bathrooms.
Yeah, those bathrooms are awful.
Yeah, I guess there's some pretty skanky bathrooms out there, man. So, guys, just a little something about yourselves. Tim, we'll start with you, man. When did you get into music, man? When did you know this is what you wanted to do?
Dude, it was so long ago. I've always been into music. I was raised on rock music. And then my older brother Chris, he started listening to the harder sort of stuff. And at first I hated it. I was like, oh, how can you even understand what they're saying? And that's so gross and everything like that. And then I actually got hooked on one song, and so I started listening to more and more and more and more. And then it actually occurred to me one day. I was like, I wonder if I could do this. I think I was probably a sophomore in high school, maybe junior. And then I started just doing vocals. I got real into it, and probably 2 weeks after I started doing the vocals, I just I thought I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. This is what I want to do. I want to start something with this.
Cool, man. Joe, how about you, man?
Actually, a while ago, my dad, he was in the military. He was away for 9 months, deployed in Guantanamo Bay. And for the Christmas that he was gone, my dad talked to my mom and decided, hey, let's buy him a guitar. And then pretty much from there, I had that thing. I've been playing for about 7 years now. And pretty much when I first started learning how to play guitar, I was so into it, and I knew, I want to actually do this for a living. I want to play music for a living.
Cool.
And, it's kind of like one of those love at first sight things.
Awesome, man. Kyle, how about you, brother?
For me, it was honestly, I got into metal originally because that's I'd say my roots. I mean, I was raised on alternative and that kind of stuff, but I got into metal because my brother one day he was listening to Situations by Escape the Fate, and he told me I wasn't old enough to listen to it. So as soon as he walked over to the computer, I went on YouTube and I looked it up, and he caught me listening to it, and he's like, you're not supposed to be listening to this. Tell me what it even means. And I just threw some shit out there, and I mean, I got the. And yes, sir, I got into it, and then from there, I got a bass from my uncle, and I just started practicing and playing, and then I just one day met Tim, and that's how it all happened for me.
Sweet.
Elijah?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I started out as a drummer, and I was really heavy into punk and pop punk. Never really got into metal, and then I started playing guitar and realized that playing metal is so much cooler than trying to play pop punk or just regular punk. I'm playing for about 9 years now.
Cool, guys. So, who would you guys say are your personal musical influences? Tim?
Definitely like Slipknot for sure. A huge one is We Came as Romans. Asking Alexandria. Lately now it's like The Plot and You. For all those sleeping before they like broke up. I mean, I got a lot of them. But like I'd say, like, the big ones are Slipknot, We Came as Romans, and like old Asking Alexandria.
Cool, man. Joe?
Mine's actually going to throw everyone off a little bit. I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan. That's probably one of my biggest influences. I love Guns N' Roses. I love like 80s hair metal. So actually like Guns N' Roses and probably Rush. Rush is awesome.
Oh, cool.
And then even also kind of a huge fan of the newer stuff too. Like I kind of grew up listening to Avenged Sevenfold and Bullet for My Valentine, and then started getting into heavier stuff and started listening to like As I Lay Dying and Trivium and things like that. So it was like really heavy guitar work stuff.
Cool, man. Cool. Kyle?
My biggest influences growing up was like Escape the Fate, and that was big into them. And I got into early like Black Veil Bride surprisingly because I really loved like the riffs and stuff I heard from Jake Pitts in that band, and it kind of led me into my current influences with a lot of like, bigger known like metalcore bands like Blood to Fall and stuff like that. So definitely they influenced me to make the music that I make.
Cool, man. Cool. Elijah, how about you, brother?
Green Day was a huge inspiration to me, still is. And then when I started getting into metal, Chelsea Grin was probably one of the bigger ones. Chelsea Grin and Killswitch. And now I've been listening to like a lot of Sworn In and The Plot and You.
Cool, man. Cool. So, guys, when you're not writing, rehearsing, playing out, what do you guys do for a day off, man? What do you guys do for fun? Tim?
Yeah, I like to kick back, play some video games. Like if it's nice out, obviously go out and do something. Skate. There's so many things. As long as it's something that's worth my time. And not just like sitting around. But yeah, usually it's just playing video games or going out, doing something active.
Cool. Joe, how about you, man?
For me, it's pretty much hanging out with a girlfriend, and then she's also she rides horses, so I'm at the barn quite a bit with her. That's usually pretty fun. That's a nice day. It's nice and beautiful out by the barn, so that's always a good time. Occasionally play video games. Not too big into those, but they keep me busy here and there. But a lot of my time is actually playing guitar though. And that's still what I do for fun, even though I'm not doing anything.
Cool. Kyle?
Usually I like to spend a lot of my time like surrounded by other people, so either hanging out with the band or hanging out with my other friends, just always hanging out with people or my girlfriends, and that's usually what I'll do for fun. I play some bass, skate, yeah, pretty much similar stuff.
Cool, man. How about you, Elijah?
Skating is definitely a big one. Play a lot of guitar on my off time. Eating, I like to eat a lot too. When I'm not skating or playing guitar, it's probably eating or watching Netflix. Netflix and chill. Yep.
Cool, guys. So, guys, what would you say is your most memorable moment so far with the band? Tim?
Oh, man. Probably when we won Battle of the Bands. We went up, we were super, super nervous about it. I mean, I don't know what the other guys, I was. And we went on. No, that was one of our, what's our first show? It was one of our first shows, I know for sure. We knew we had something, but we didn't know, if it could vibe with other people and stuff like that. And then we played and we were like, oh yeah, we thought we did really well. And then the voting came and we actually ended up winning. And like that feeling that like, okay, you know, like we know that we have something now that, you know, other people want to listen to and like want to see. So, I mean, that in my mind was a pretty big like step for us.
Cool, man. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, pretty much same with Tim. That Battle of the Bands was a huge eye opener. Like just realizing that we can actually like do something with our music and that people actually enjoyed it. And then that, and also probably one of the things that we won from Battle of the Bands was an out-of-state show. So that was our first out-of-state show that we played in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and that was a great time. That was really like just a memorable trip, just because we actually got to play somewhere that wasn't Illinois.
Cool. Kyle?
For me, I was always like the type of person that wanted to see that we're doing this and having fun, and that there's always like the potential to get bigger and grow. So I'd say the most memorable part for me was when we played like our first national act with like bigger and well-known artists. And we played for a YouTuber named Social Repose and a couple other cool, big, well-known people. And we ended up playing for the crowd, and they loved us. And it was, you know, the biggest crowd we had played for, and it was just super cool and super like awesome to see them like giving back what we're putting out. It was really cool.
Cool, man. Elijah, how about you, brother?
The past show we played, we just opened up for Oceano and Traders on Sunday, and that was probably one of the most fun shows. You know, really cool band. There's some great guys, and the show seemed to go really well for us.
Cool, man. Cool.
It's probably my favorite show so far.
Cool. So, guys, let's take it the other way, man. Do you guys have any Spinal Tap moments you want to share with us? Tim?
Not really. Not that I can think of. Yeah, not really.
How about the rest of you guys? Joe, Kyle, Elijah?
I'm sorry, what was the question? Couldn't hear that one.
Spinal Tap moments. Do you have any Spinal Tap moments you want to share with us?
Yeah, no, not really. Haven't really like done anything.
Well, you guys are still a young band. You've only been together about a year, so you're gonna get them.
I'd say maybe we seem to only really hurt ourselves when we're not actually like doing band things that are immediate, like playing on stage or whatever. Like a lot of the time, yeah. Like actually, yeah, that's a good story. We were playing our first show. It was a benefit show actually. It was super cool, and there was like a lot of great bands. And we were one of the last bands, so we wanted to keep the energy up. And we were playing. And it was our last song. It was our first time playing Subconscious. And then we were playing it, and on the last breakdown, I was like, jumped as high as I could. I thought it would be a good idea, and it really wasn't, because it was a small club and a small stage, and I hit my head. Do that.
Oh, man. Well, guys, let's spin a song, man. I got Chickens Can't Swim on deck. What can you dudes tell us about the song?
That is probably our most fun song to play live. I love playing that song live.
Yeah, it's extremely heavy. I mean, the lyrics are hitting hard, so I mean, it's definitely one of our favorites, one of the fans' favorites, and just vibes with everybody. So
cool. All right, listeners, check this out. We got Chickens Can't Swim from Alive at Last. We'll be right back with the guys. right, gang, we're back with the guys from Alive at Last, and we're joined with Ernie, the drummer, man. Ernie, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I thought I was going to miss the interview. I got a little scared.
Nah, you made it, man. You made it. Dude, let me ask you a couple quick questions. I asked the guys earlier, man. When did you get into music, brother? And when did you know this is what you wanted to do?
I started playing snare drum in 4th grade for my Catholic school's marching band. And then about 2 years later in 6th grade, my dad bought me a full kit. And I'd always grown up listening to sort of heavier stuff with my parents. And I don't know, I linked up with all these guys, let's say around sophomore year. And that's when things started moving sort of smooth. And then we split for a little while and we came back as Alive at Last in January of 2015. And, I mean, I've always wanted to make a career of this, so, like, I don't know, seeing the band progress in a very positive way and at a relatively quick speed over the past year has been just everything I could ask for, I'd honestly say.
Cool, man, cool. So now, again, I asked the guys this earlier. When you're not writing, rehearsing, playing gigs with the band, man, what do you do for a day off, man? What do you do for fun?
Well, recently I got back into skateboarding, but I practice drums at least 2 hours a day minimum on my free time when I'm not working my job or going to school or anything.
Cool, man, cool. Awesome. So, guys, this is you got your first CD out, right? Subconscious on Dead Nation Records. Is that it, brothers?
Yes, sir.
So it from a couple tunes I heard so far, killer, man, killer. Just tell us a little something about the CD, man.
And we pretty much kind of put what we had into it, and I just hope for the best and hope that people would actually really like it. And you know, I mean, I personally love it. I love every track.
Ernie, mute that phone while you're not talking.
Huh?
Mute the phone while you're not talking.
Oh, my bad.
So,
are we still answering a couple questions about the EP, just talking about it?
yes.
Yeah, we are, but I was just saying mute the phone until, like, he talks to you.
I think that Subconscious is a great CD because it blends a lot of new elements with old elements. Like, I think that every song is really different. It brings something new to the table that, you know, wasn't in the last song and won't be in the next song. Because we're all constantly evolving. We're all constantly thinking, oh, this would be cool, or this would be good. And then we have outside influences, like the people that influenced us. You know, our family that, you know, we let in a sneak peek, like listen to it. Oh, this would be cool, or, you know, oh, you could do this better a little bit. And so we're always trying to revamp and get better at what we're doing, along with progressively pushing our music to a whole new level that, you know, is outside of our comfort zone, but in a good way, because, you know, we want that, like, feeling of, like, oh, like, this is raw, like, this is what we're feeling right now, and, like, this is what we want you to feel like.
Cool, man, cool. So, I mean, you guys are still, like, a relatively new band, but what advice would you give to the guys out there just starting out, man? Tim?
New people. Just go for it, man. It's, you know, it's scary, it's hard, it's, you know, it's weird to be like, okay, but, like, you know, I'm doing this, and, you know, like, once you start, like, putting out, like, you know, like, songs and stuff like that, even doing, like, pictures, you know, it's weird to be like, oh, like, hey, you know, this is me, like, and once you get to, like, a level, you know, so even where, like, we are, like, right now, you know, we have our first CD out, we're playing shows, you know, we start touring in the summertime, you know, it hits a point where it's like, you know what, I'm doing what I want to do. This is making me extremely happy, the happiest I've been, you know, in all of my life. And, you know, I can't wait to do more. So all I can really say is, like, just go for it. You know, like, even if the odds are stacked against you, you just go for it, just do it. Because even if you fail, you can say that you tried it and that you at least went for, your dream.
Cool, man. How about you, Joe?
Hey, can I add a little something to that?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
As far as writing for new bands, it's not really about reinventing the wheel or trying to be like the people you look up to. I mean, I think what makes our music so different is that we somehow managed to incorporate raw emotion and feeling behind our music while trying to incorporate all the styles that we personally like as musicians, and it sculpts our songs to a sort of unique style where the rhythmic patterns and everything change between different genres. But like I said, just putting raw emotion into your stuff really gives it the feeling that people are able to relate to, and it sort of connects and touches base with all the people who are listening to it and the band themselves.
Cool, man. Cool. So how about the rest of the guys there, Joe?
I'd pretty much just tell everyone, keep practicing, keep going at it, play as many shows as you possibly can, get as much exposure as you can. Just try to get your name out there. If this is what you really want to do, then make it so you can actually do it. Just all you really need to do is get your name out there.
Cool, man. Kyle?
I definitely say that it's the mentality of I'm not going to give up and I'm just going to, kind of persist through the hard times and the hard tasks that you will face if you're going to, choose to be a musician. But it's like if you don't give up and you have that mentality that this is what I want to do, if this is what I'm going to work for, I think just keep persisting and doing that, and then
Cool, man. Elijah?
Don't give up. Like, if that's your dream to be up on stage and playing music, like, don't give up no matter what. Don't fail. It's always top for another one, And definitely when you're at a show, with other bands, because that's how you meet people and will put it on, help you out in life. You talk to people and don't give up.
Cool, man. Cool. Guys, it's really cool. It sounds like you're doing it for the right reasons, man. You're not doing it for the money, because anybody that's in the indie scene knows that there's no money in the scene. So, but so I mean, it sounds like you guys are doing it for the right reasons, and that's really cool, man. Kudos to you guys.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, it's definitely more fun being up on stage and playing for people than it is getting money afterwards.
Well, I mean, getting paid's always a good thing, but
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but guys, your indie label, Dead Nation Records, man. Tell us a little something about it.
Fairly new.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Whatever you do it.
Yeah. I think Ernie and I could weigh in the most on it because we had this manager, and he was along with a company called KSF Productions. His name is Jimmy Shaddix, and he's a super cool guy. And he helped us out. We won a music video with them, and they shot it for us. They were really cool dudes, and they're like, "Hey guys, like we're starting this label. We want you guys on it." They saw potential in us, and we see potential in them. I mean, it's a startup label, but they've already helped us out so much, and they just will help out any band that signs with them. They're really good dudes, and they're good guys, and the company's very, very cool.
Cool.
Yeah, shout out Dan, Jimmy, and Adrian from KSF and Dead Nation.
Cool, guys. Cool. And Jimmy, he's a cool dude, man. I interviewed him a while back when he was playing with his band. So yeah, he's a cool dude, man. He's a real cool dude.
Yeah, he is. We're very lucky to have him as manager. He's Papa Jimmy. He watches out for us.
Cool, guys. Very cool. What would you guys say is the ultimate goal for the band, Tim?
I think that if we can get to a state where, we're being able to do this as our full-time job, as our life, we've all gone through, the money problems already. We're all, between jobs right now, trying to make ends meet. So, I mean, in my opinion, when I can be, like living my dream of playing music and, when I get home from a tour, I can relax and not have to worry about, going to another job. So if I can support me and, my future family, like based on me making music and doing what I love is my end goal.
Cool, man. Cool. Joe?
I pretty much agree with Ken right there. When I have my ranch in Arizona and my when I have my sloth ranch in Arizona and my station wagon, that's when I know.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Kyle?
I'd say I've always definitely been one to be super like obsessive with the people that I grew up liking. Not in like a weird way, but just like I really envy them and like want to meet them and pick their brain and just hang out and stuff. So the fact that we're in a band and we've already gotten to meet like inspirations for us to just casually hang out and talk with them was really cool. I'm like super excited for that in the future. So I guess I'd say my ultimate goal is to be big enough to like casually talk with people I grew up loving.
Cool, man. Elijah?
Definitely being able to meet other bands that I grew up listening to, and touring around the world, getting to see places that I've never been before. Never thought that I would go,
Cool, man. How about you?
That's pretty much it.
Cool. Ernie, how about you, man?
I agree with the rest of the dudes. Station wagons and slots and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. But, I don't know. Just growing up and dealing with a lot of stuff personally and being able to listen to music as an output or a vent to sort of, it's almost like therapy, just being able to be touched and know that somebody else is understanding where you're coming from through lyrics, and for us to impact somebody emotionally and sort of portray our message through our creation. It's really cool, especially when we get like, I don't know, like when we get messages or emails from fans saying that we help them through a lot of stuff. It's heartwarming because that's how we feel about other musicians that we look up to. But for us to be able to do this as like a full-time career and, I wouldn't mind working another job just to pay small bills and stuff. But if we were able to do this as a full-time career, I mean, that's honestly the dream.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Upcoming shows, man. What do you guys got going on?
May 15th, May 15th, we are opening for We Are Descendants.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no. May 15th, yeah. May 15th, we're playing in Crestville, Illinois at the Bottle Brew. We're opening for American Head Charge and Moto Grader. And then we have a show May 25th, and we're opening for Rings of Saturn, Lorna Shore, and the Browning. And then we're planning stuff for over the summer, but we're really not a lot to talk about it just yet. But we should hopefully have a lot of shows over the summer, different states like that.
Cool, guys. Cool.
Kyle, did you mention Lorna Shore?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love them so much.
Where can the listeners find Alive at Last?
Everywhere. We're on YouTube, we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Radio, whatever they call it.
We're on Google Play, Amazon Music, I believe. We were on Deezer for a while on Tidal. I'm not sure if that's still on there. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, basically all the main social media routes and plugs and all that stuff.
Yeah, and soon we'll be in stores. I think Best Buy was one of them, like brick and mortar, stuff like that.
FYE.
Yeah, FYE will be getting around pretty soon.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, man. Real cool. Guys, last tune I want to play tonight, Cutting Ties, man. What can you tell us about the song?
It's part. Everyone kind of came together and really wrote that one. I think that's the one that was written by practically everybody in the band. because we all, have gone through, like just from wearing skinny jeans and band shirts being called, oh, you worship Satan and, shit like that, which is just outrageous. But yeah, I mean, we've all been pretty much shit on for, what we do, music we listen to. And, it's more of like, you may not understand, like, what we're saying, what, like, our actions are, like, how we feel about things, but, it doesn't give you the right to, like, step on us and, what's the word? Like, come at us and accuse us of being something that we're totally not.
Cool, guys. Cool.
Yeah, and Cutting Ties is actually the first song we wrote as a band back in Ernie's mom's house, sitting in his room over there. The drum track that I threw some guitars over. And I kind of evolved into what it is now.
Yeah, I mean, I programmed the drum track, and then after school, me and Joe drove up to my house, and then I had him running guitars to my laptop, and then we recorded vocals in my makeshift vocal booth in the closet with blankets on the walls and a microphone.
Awful.
Cool. Well, guys, man, it's been a blast. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Tim, Joe, Kyle, Elijah, and Ernie, thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, you guys hang on 1 second. Listeners, check this out. Alive at Last with Cutting Ties. We'll be right back.